We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello and welcome, my name is Ian and this is a series of videos about how to set up a Fender Stratocaster. If this is the first time that you've been here, all of the other videos in this series are linked down below, so you can start from the beginning or you can pop into any of the videos that you want to really. In the last video we did the neck relief and we loosened the truss rod on this particular guitar here. We're now going to work on string height first of all, then pickups, and then we'll do final intonation, which will probably be in the next video. So the first thing to recommend is one of these things. This is a string action ruler, and it will tell us what the string height should be and what our string height actually is. Now because we're dealing with an electric guitar here, on the 6th string at the 12th fret, a low action would be 1.5 to 2 millimeters. And on the 1st string, we would get 1 to 1.5 millimeters. Now, if we wanted a high action, I mean, a lot of rhythm players might want a high action. A high action would be 2 to 2.5 millimeters, and at the 1st string, 1.5 to 2 millimeters. Now, if I check this first before we do anything to it, and we'll see exactly where we are with the string height. So we'd like it to be nice and low, 12th fret, 2.5, I think really, 2.5, which is much too high really. 1st fret, it's down at round about, it's not quite 2 millimeters, but it's more than 1.75. So the string action on here is actually way too high really. And the way that we adjust that is by adjusting these two little screws on the saddle. So we need an Allen key to do that, and then we will adjust each screw individually, get them fairly close, and then reevaluate. And the idea is to move them both the same amount to keep the saddle level. Now I think let's lower it. Look at that. So low action, 6th fret, 1.5 to 2 millimeters. So we're looking at, that's round about, still could do to go a bit lower if possible. So we're down to 2 millimeters, and that's probably as low as I'm going to get it on this particular guitar. I'll now do the rest of them. And we're looking for it to go just slightly down each time. And those first 3 look pretty good. We're down to 4th string, we're down to 1.75. Sometimes also needs to happen is we need to sort of slightly push them down a bit. So we're at just above 1.5 on the 1st string, same on the 2nd, 1.7 on the 3rd, 1.7, 2, just below 2 on the 5th, and at 2 on the 6th string. So when we're looking at this, it looks very low in terms of we don't have an awful lot of clearance left to go at. Now it could be that we have to, when we play the guitar, we might have to raise it slightly, but like I say, I'm not a lead guitar player, so raising the string action for me as a rhythm player isn't that much of a deal really. I'd be quite happy for it to go a little bit higher. The thing we all need to be aware of is the lower the string action is against the frets, is that we get more buzz. And have we got an acceptable level of buzz, particularly on the lower strings, or do we have to actually do something about that? And again, in that case, it will be raising the actual string height. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have just a quick look at pickup height. Now the thing about pickup height is that we can higher or lower the pickups by these two screws here, and again we should adjust them really in the same way, and this is personal choice, but a good starting point is to use a 2p piece or a nickel if you're in America. And what we do is we position that on the pickups to see where the string height is. Now if you look at this set of pickups, these center pickups here are higher than the outside ones, so that's where we, in this case, we want to check. So pop that under there, and it's just lifting it slightly. So really what I should do is just take it down ever so much, just a little. Same on both sides, just down a little bit. And obviously I could let's check the next one. Same here, feels tight against there. Just take it down a little bit. That's better. And we'll check that first one. Actually that one feels okay. So that's really all that is a starting point. And we can, because the minute we start to adjust the pickups, it'll change the tone of the actual pickups. It will also change the volume. So you may find that one of the pickups is too quiet or too loud. So you can adjust that, but it's very much personal preference. So when I plug it in and we try it right at the end, that's what we'll be looking for, and then we'll be doing those final adjustments right at the end. Thanks so much for watching. In the next video we will do final intonation, and after that we'll give it a play and do all the final last tweaks. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now, bye bye.